If it saves one life, it's worth it. That's a mayor in Minnesota this April in a council meeting about putting flock cameras in his town. If you can save one life, he said, to me, that's worth it. Earlier this month at a public hearing in Columbus, Ohio, the police chief got asked whether the cameras were worth it, and she said, talk to the mother of the 4-year-old that was missing. Okay, my answer's gonna bug you. Yes. If a kid is missing tonight, and that camera is already up on the pole, use it. Use every bit of it. But the underlying claim is that no price is too high as long as the risk to a child drops at all. And I doubt anybody really believes that if they think it through. Every school in this country has a speed limit sign out in front of it, and it doesn't say 5 miles an hour. Societally, we've chosen whatever that speed limit is as the amount of risk we're willing to take with our children going to and from school. So the question becomes, how much are we willing to be surveilled for an unknown amount of safety in return? In 1948, Justice Robert Jackson answered that for the Supreme Court. Here's the opinion. But the forefathers, after consulting the lessons of history, designed our Constitution to place obstacles in the way of a too permeating police surveillance. Wow. Which they seemed to think was a greater danger to a free people than the escape of some criminals from punishment. 20 years earlier, Justice Brandeis named who does the damage. The greatest dangers to liberty lurk in insidious encroachment by men of zeal, well-meaning, but without understanding. Nobody in this is a villain. That's why it's an insidious and consistently successful method of removing liberties. The world is hostile, and it always has been. The universe is cold and mostly empty, and we are an anomaly in it. Bad things happen, and they happen to children too. Should we hedge against that? Of course we should. Should we hand over the freedom and the privacy of every American all the time to do that? Absolutely not. And I don't think there's a version of that question where my answer changes. I don't wish a missing child on a single soul. Living under a camera that never blinks is not an alternative. So that's my position, and I want it written into law. It is exceedingly rare that you'll hear me ask for more laws. But I want the legislated abolition of mass surveillance in all forms. The strongest argument against such legislation is that nobody finds the kid. That's fair. Tonight I am in a world I did not build, and that law is about the future. The use of cameras that are already on poles is not an argument to build more of them, nor is it an argument to keep them. Our forefathers knew that obstacles in front of the police would let some criminals go free. They built them in anyway. And if you would rather have the argument than the outrage, go ahead and drop a follow. I've been going through these opinions and I'm going to keep going. And if somebody told you that if it saves one life, it's worth it, send them this video.